Well, so how is your values? What did you find out? What is most important for you now? Because when you know where you're going, you know what to do next. Sometimes, you know, we all over the place. And especially, like why for the horses, they put it on this protectors. Not because looks cool or something, but they would not get scared of any other stuff and they would just go straight into the point. That's exactly what you have to do. Thinking, what is the most important for me now? Where do I go next? So let's do next class. And what I wanted to ask you, if you can share your values would be really good, because then we all know where you're going next. And if there's any questions, write it down straight away and then write it down to me into my email, or we can chat on the chat on weekly chat. Yeah. So you know your values. So let's figure out what's happening. Why are you not getting stuff what we want till now? You know what? The biggest kind of finding for me, we have emotional bank account and the money account. And when we're having emotional account, bigger money can come. It's like if we put a big bag, and in that bag is so much emotions, crying, like anger, pain, nothing else could come in. So that's what we will be doing in this class. We will be looking what emotions stuck in your emotional bank and why that money can come, happiness can come in, and anything what you're wishing for. The most important thing what we do, we all saying, well, I'm living my life. Okay, what is life? Life is like a river. We going on the river, and by the flow, we go by the flow. Many people go very nicely, swinging and happy, and that's good. Some really not, some really pushing hard and, going quick and pushing and stronger and how fast I can go. But the most important, what people do, they living the life by looking at the past. But saying, I want to go to my future. But first, they don't know what is the future. They don't know what is the future, what they want to get. But the most important, they driving car, like wheel or whatever they driving, with the head turning back to the past. Exactly how this fella does, going to the future, but actually he more thinking about past, thinking about past memories, past bad experience, and really going by the river, not really hoping for nice life, but actually thinking, oh my God, I remember now, if I, like last month was so terrible, or this and that, and then I seen the news and this, and he lives in this past life. But actually you can crash it very quick if you not will be looking at the future, at the front of you. Can you drive the car? Your wheel is there and you look into the front. You're not looking at the back. But many people do that. So now what happens? We go by the beautiful river of life. And then we see the going down. Because first, the man didn't have a plan. He didn't know this corner will be there. Another part, he was swinging and thinking, it's not for me. Like many people, like say smoking. On every package, everywhere is saying smoking kills, smoking this, smoking that. But what he's saying, is it not? No, it's not for me. And still keeping doing it. And then boom, unexpected illness comes. Boom, goes down. And then he's saying, oh, sugar, how is this happened to me? Well, you did not really looking at your future. You were saying is not for me. The same as people like sitting single, like me, and saying, oh, whatever, is not for me. I'm not doing it. So that's mean, I will be fine. But no, one day I did got shocked and say, no, I don't want to die on my own. But then another person who actually learning by other people's mistake, he turns around quick, like very fast, and saying, whoa, I better don't get that life. And he turns around and trying to saying, okay, you know what? I am the boss of my life and I will do what I want to make sure I will not repeat my other fellow mistake. So if you can think, we hearing every day, somebody died from cancer, somebody got, injured by something, somebody done, and actually now when this COVID, so many people don't really doing regulations what they're supposed to do, but then they all thinking it's not will be for me, like it's something but not for me, it's everywhere but not for me. Every news and everything, whatever happening in the life for others, we should be looking and saying, okay, how can I avoid that? But many people don't. So let's see what's happened in your life, what holding you back and not letting you to go forward. The most important, starting from the childhood. From childhood, everybody, one is the crooked ears, like ears or hair or teeth, and we having many laughing kids. What they saying, what they talking, what they laughing about. I know many people, but actually myself, I was like a ugly duckling. I wanted to be a designer. I wanted to be a model, but actually I was skinny, I was tall, I was cracking teeth, my hair was mess, I didn't know nothing about beauty and I really looked not that nice. But I was a fashion designer in my mind, so I will always wear something different. If I got jeans, I will rip them and I would this. And a lot of women, like women and kids and good mommy's daughters, oh my God, look at her. Oh my God, I loved, all like heavy metal music. And I was like, my hair then rise up and I looked with the strong makeup and all that. I was different. I love doing what I want. And I never really cared what other people says. But I still remember when many teachers were saying for me, oh, Asta, you should not do this and you should not do that. You should be doing this, putting to the cage what we should be looking just like gray mouse and that's it. And me of this amazing, girl who wants to be colorful, crazy, different was very hard because everybody would like, and did you ever had that? And if you did, write it down now, write it down and write it down. What do you remember? Who told you? Who told you? Who told you what? What names you was called? What, what are you, what they was laughing at? Write it down because we need to see what's stopping you. And sometimes if we still hearing this word, like, I know, when I wanted to be a model, everywhere model agencies were taking only 170 centimeters tall, women. I was 168. 2 centimeters was not enough for me to be a model. I was like, so, I hate that. I came in Ireland and I was modeling with Miss World, Rosanna Davidson. How good is that? I was featured in many magazines. I was being amazing fashion designer and the model. I was doing many charities events. And actually, only when I really started working on my business more, my business advisor said, Asta, you should not be modeling for others. And I stopped, because yes, when you are being your own brand, you should not be branding others. So, do you know anything? Do you remember anything? Do you remember anybody told on you, you are too crooked, you are too this, you are too that? If yes, please do write it down. Someone bullied you in school. If somebody came to you and was saying, and and you felt this scare, because what's happening to the child mind, we believe in that because we are innocent. Child is innocent. And if it's somebody saying you are fat, you are ugly, you are, anything, you are, I will beat you up, or they believe that what they are weak, they believe that what they are not good enough, and they starting feel that. And more they believe in that, what bully saying, more it's getting harder for them to believe what they amazing and they can really do amazing things, because they still hearing this, you are that, you are not good enough. If it's anybody around you or anything yourself, write it down now. Do you know the parents, and we being a parents, sometimes we could damage our own children more than strangers, especially when you are being strict. I was strict. My dad was very strict, very strict. But thanks God, I was his favorite one from 3 kids. So I never got in trouble. But my sister and my brother, yes, they did. But do you remember what your parent told you? You can't do what you want. Only what I told you. Only you have to listen to me. Or you have to, and in school is the same. You told you to do. And if somebody keep telling you that, your power starting saying, you can't do that. You just can't, okay? Don't questioning in here. You just can't do that. You're not supposed to do what you want. And I can't forget about this. I was little girl. I was about 5. I don't know. I just remember very well. When I was little, and I love actually somewhere on the Facebook, I seen that little clip and I was like, oh my God, this is another girl exactly like me. We're supposed to go to the town, and my mom gave orders to my brother. My brother, he's 11 years older than me, and he was babysitter for us. He would take like a little, like a belt, and me and my sister, we would go and listen to him. But actually, I was a little devil. He put on us new clothes, like clothes, but we go to the town. I remember I had white socks, beautiful white shoes. He put on me some little skirt, dress, something. And what did I done? He just looked around and he just looked away from me. I find first muck and I stood in it and done it and run. I knew I was in trouble, but I so wanted to do it and I done it. Of course, I got in trouble. And of course, my brother had to redress me again. And we still laughing at this, but felt so amazing because I was doing what I wanted at that second. It took me seconds to do it. The pleasure what I got. So you remember anything or any time what you done something what you shouldn't do? Like what shouldn't do because your parents shouldn't let you do, and how is that affected you? I remember my grandma. She was very strict woman. She was very like believing woman, like was in God and all that. And I was only 3 years. I'm telling you, I remember stuff, but I remember important stuff. And I would love to what you dig in your mind, because you now probably saying, oh, I don't remember. Do please dig in there. You do remember important things. Important things, if somebody break your subconscious mind, break your beliefs. I was too little to remember prayers. And my sister was 2 years older, so she was easy to remember, easier than me. I was always getting in trouble because I did not remember and I still not remember the real prayer as it's written in Bible. I never really learned, but she hated me for that. And she was and I don't know what I done. She kicked me into the room and she said, stay there. And actually it was the dark room. It was kind of terrible, scary, and it was quiet and quiet. But me, as being an artist and making myself all day sitting in that green room, I still can remember green color. It was old time ago. It was like muddy paint, but if you can lick it and draw, it stays. I draw all wall how much I could reach out because I was bored, but at the same time, my artistic side must be coming out. And my granny was more angry when she seen the room, all drawings, how much I could reach. And of course, my mom, as being a painting kind of, she could do that. My mom and my dad, they have to repaint all the room because of my art. I actually would like to see what I was drawing. I don't remember now, but I so clearly remember what I was punished for that more. So do you remember any punishments and why it was there? And how made you feel? It's so important. Now, another part, what is very important, again, our parents, what they giving for us. When they arguing between one each other, kids hearing that. So I would ask you kind of really, what are you doing when you arguing in front of your kids? Because what you arguing, it could be argument about money. It could be argument about, oh, you're not good cooking woman, woman should be cook only. Or, or man, you think what only man should bring money to the family or something. Or maybe if they ever talked about, not very good money, like budget for the family, and saying, no, you can't buy this because there's no more money. This money sometimes sticks in the mind and child feeling like, because I am here, money is in trouble. And now because I am here, I am the fault of this. I am the guilty one. So you have to think, what did you hear from your parents, but actually think and twist and put yourself in your children's eyes. And that was the most important for me. And when I realized what my child really can't see proper family, like, normal, I don't know what is normal, but really I know what is not normal to live in abusive family because my ex-husband was, and that's why I left him, because I did not want what my child see abuse in the family. But where are you? What is your kids watching and what are they seeing? And what example are you giving? Because kids don't do what you say. They do what they see. If they see good example, and that's why for me was, if you want something, go achieve it. If you want to be the best, invest in yourself. That's what I was beating in my child's head. What I repeating in my child's head, And 18 years old, he went in France without knowing French, and he was in the best job, and he was really, high achievements and all that. Only 18, and he was going on his own, like with the team of the other people, but without mommy who's washing dishes and washing his clothes. He knew everything because I made him to know how to do dishes, how to do cooking. And on that time, he would switch on computer, like a video, and we would cook together. He was in France and I was in here in Ireland. I didn't say I will do it for you. I was saying I will show you how to do it. And I would ask you, what example are you giving? If you giving your example, when you coming home after work, oh, I'm tired, I hate the job, and on Monday, oh my God, I hate Monday, oh my, hate, hate, hate. look what kids seeing, and don't expect them to grow up in amazing people, what you wish what they would be. Do example. And was very important for me. But if it's somebody left, what was very important in your life, and that left like you lost your part of yourself. Was the most important block of me in my heart, and actually kept me 34 years in this block. And when I took it away, everything opens. But the biggest part was for me, when I was a child of 7 years old, I was in a happy family. I had amazing parents, mom, dad. Dad loved me to bits. My brother, I was the youngest one. I was a little bit spoiled one. But the most important, my dad loved me very much. And we was going together everywhere, like everywhere where we could go, two of us. And we loved Sundays. Of course, he would bring me to the pub and we would drink a beer. But you know, beer as the white part, I love it. As long I'm not touching the real beer, because I hate that beer, but I love the white part. And then we would go and eat ice cream. And that was my amazing time. And many times we was doing it kind of together, because my mom was more looking after my sister and brother. I don't know why. It just happened. And actually, one morning I came, as every morning, as I could. I came to my dad, and he was 2 meters tall, and he was really big man. Like he was a soldier, and he actually was laying down, and I just dropped on his teddy bear hood, hook, and I was really feel so little, so small, but my hero was next to me, and he hooked me with this teddy bear hook, and he actually told me, I love you so much, and you are the biggest, best thing in this life. Biggest love, everything. And I still remember his hug, and I still remember his eyes saying that, and they were so real, so true. And the next day, I was playing outside. It was beautiful, sunny day, it was summer. I was playing outside, happy, childish life, innocent. And some neighbor, she was just passing by, and she just rumbled something. I could not understand what she's saying. She said, do you know but your dad just commits suicide? She just dropped for the child this big news. And this moment, I realized, but that my hero gone. And I was on my own standing, and she just rumbled and she went away. You have to tell to your mom. And she left me there. That was terrible, really, by her. But I don't care what she's saying. Like, I don't care who she is. But the most important, I could not realize. But just yesterday, I was the biggest love of his life. And next day, he made his decision to leave me, leave everybody, and to commit suicide. I could not understand this. Like, couldn't. My little childish brain could not understand. And that times to talk about suicide, it was taboo. It was nobody would talk. We actually was treated like a dirty ones. My dad was not brought into the church to be blessed. He was, everybody was just shut up. Nobody told, nobody explained, nobody ever. And I have to go and deliver this news to my family, to my mom, to my sister, to my brother. And from that time, from that second, I'm like, grow up. I'm like, become this somebody who have to take care of my family. And I was the youngest one. But the biggest part, I locked my heart because I knew if somebody came in my life, no matter how much they will love me, they will leave me. So all my life, when later I was watching, all my life, before I find any fault in any person, and I will find, because we all faulty a little bit, nobody's perfect. Like, what is perfect? I always find the reason to leave them first. The 6 years being with one person was the longest time, but actually I still find the reason to leave. And my mom was saying, girl, are you running not too fast? You know, he can catch you. I'm like, mommy, I don't want to be there anymore. But the biggest point, I attract people, but I always shake them away myself first before they hurt me. And I become this this cold, frozen queen. Queen, what? Don't need love. I can live without it because love is only hurts me. So when I believed in that, the child's mind, my subconscious mind, put this message in my mind, and I believed it 34 years. I was carry on, and that was stopping me to feel love and really believe in love. I did not understand. I was forgetting about it. Nobody talked about it, and I just blocked it. But actually, my heart was blocked too. Now, I share my story. You share yours. No, if you want to, of course. And then, what memories of abusive relationship stopping you to believe in love again? Did you ever had anybody, maybe just in teenagers times, or maybe just times like for me, it was very hard to believe in any man after my ex being abusive, and I have to run away from him, hide for some time, and actually have to leave my country because he didn't leave me alone. He did not let me to live. He said, oh, you're not mine, then I will kill you. Great. So I know was my time to do something. And that's why I left Lithuania, sorry, and went to Ireland. And then anger. If some anger on somebody is living in you, inside you, someone so important in your life, as I was so angry on my dad because he left me. He left me little. How he dare, how he dared to be so selfish. He not was on my wedding. He not was on my debts. He wasn't there when I was really needed to be protected from my abusive man. I felt so always when anything happens, I always remember, why are you not with me? Why are you not protecting me? And that's what I felt when I was child, but actually I was feeling it when I was adult, because we always a princess. We always little girls, no matter what superwoman we want to become and pretend to others. So what anger lives inside you? Just think and write. Anybody in your job really making you worthless, really making you, you're not good enough in this job, so you're only good to do this and that. You only good to do this job, but you not will be get that, that better job or better money. You only worth that much. Do you know? Do you feel that? Or do you ever felt what you hate what you're doing, but it looks like you're not really making your life as a dream, but you're actually working for somebody else's dreams. It's your boss's dreams you are building. This is his job, like his dream. He created a job, and that's great. But in your mind, you're feeling, I would like to be my own boss. That's what I was feeling when I was working anywhere. Whatever I was working, I always felt I'm not in the right place. I have to be, not like I want to be a boss, but nobody will boss me. I think I just didn't want when nobody boss me around, and I want to have my freedom. And did anybody ever put label on you? You're not good enough. Like I was saying, I was told I'm not tall enough to be a model. I was not skinny enough to be a dancer. And I did dance. And, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. Oh my God, when I opened my own business, many people said, are you sure you know what you're doing? You're just silly Lithuanian. It's like, so what? What, Lithuanian don't have a brain? No, but some people just looking at you kind of from height and making you feel lower. Or you're not pretty enough, or you fat, you're not fatter, you are too fat, you are not fat enough. What label you feel people putting on you, and you believing in that. So all this, I'm call it rubbish. All this rubbish, what we are carrying around every day. And do you ever feel like you done nothing, you not worked hard or something, but actually you feel tired? And that takes a lot of our energy. And that's why this healing energy session, what I will be doing for you after 6-week program, that's exactly what we'll be doing more and more. Will clearing your lines with connections with other people and clearing your mind, clearing your field, your energy field, and your aura from all past things what was in your life. So, did you write it down? Anything? And if you just need to stop anytime, just stop it, write it down what you need, write it down, because that's where comes the real job. When your mind is full of past memories and you can't create new ones because there's no more space for them to come in. No more space. Because in your mind is so much stuff, what is like becomes like a roof. It's like an umbrella. And it's so much stuff in there. What actually good ideas can't come to you. It's actually good points, good mind, good thinking and good dreams actually can't come because you can't really believe it. And when I was saying you are royal magnetizer, what comes in your mind? Yes, I am. Or no, I'm not. Why? And I'm telling you, after 6 weeks, you will become that. I promise for you. So please think, what's blocking you? What memories, what stuff is in your mind, what actually stopping you to get what you want? And of course, I will be giving you homework. Every week, you will be having 1 week to do your homework, but actually really how strong you want to live your better life. So your homework is to write down letter, but the most important letter, and with forgiveness to that person, and with the let it out. Write it down how you feel about it. I write it down big list for my children in the school, for my classmates, for my dad, for my ex, for everybody who left in my mind block. Because whatever I was thinking and feeling, that was blocking, especially my heart. And we need to find, and we need to write it down. And I was saying for you in the beginning, when you write it down, not on the phone, no, not on the phone, not on the computer, but with your hand, thinking with your mind and connecting with your heart, what are you wanted to say? Because when you're saying for the person what you hate because they done something, when you're saying something what you angry or you sad or you're not happy about that, you're really releasing that from your heart. And that's so important. So I would ask you, I'm asking you, if you want to make your life an amazing life, not just some passing time, but amazing life, we have to clear all that. So you have to write it down, letter to each person who done something for you, who said something for you, how you feeling about it, and you write it down. I forgive you. You saying how you feeling about it. You set it out. You let it out. If you want it, read it out. Scream it out if you need it. But you need it, let it out. And if you can, burn it. Before you burn it, read it one more time. If you can read it loud, would be great, because you kind of nearly you sending that energy to out of you. But would be great if you can burn it. If you can put it in some dish, glass dish, like a metally dish, and go outside, burn it, and just, make sure not in the house, not fire alarms or something. Or if you have a fireplace, that would be good. So you can burn it into the fireplace, because it needs to go out. If you say, okay, I don't want to burn it, I have no space where to do that. So what you can do, every letter, break it in little pieces, and go in the windy place and drop it out. But wind will blow away. Not on the rainy day. We need to give it away to the four natural, kind of powers. So fire, water, wind, and ground. Ground if you want to. Dig it in if you want to. If you want to burn it and goes out. If you want to drop it in the water, go and drop it in the river. You need to drop it in something where it moves, where it's not sitting, not in the lake, because your message will not go. It will stay. It's have to move. So you have to put it somewhere, like it should be, or in the ocean, or in the river. Okay, not in the lake. And if you want to break it, like I said, break it before you burn it, or you do it in the wind or in the water, and then you let it out, or burn it, or dig it in the floor, like in somewhere in the ground. But you have to break it again in the pieces, just to say, I'm letting you out, like get away from you. Okay. And share it how you feel it. Share it how you feel it in the Facebook group. Share it how you felt after that. How is that feeling for you? And you becoming nearer and nearer to your beautiful royal magnetizing queen. Yes, you are. And next week, we will be working. Who are you? We will be finding that beautiful girl in you. So I will be sending you meditation after every paper, every letter, what you write it down to your person who did something for you, what you can forgive it, can let it go, or something like that. What I will be giving you a forgiveness meditation. What you will be doing, please do it on your own, not with some time when kids running around or somebody bothering you, and do it on your own and really think about that person. Okay, because you need to think about that person and forgive it, let it out. Because actually many people say, well, I don't want to forgive that person, they don't deserve forgiveness. Okay, that's okay. But actually that negativity sits in you. Anger creates like a poison. Snake bites you and she went away and lives her own life. But poison left in you, it lives in you and really damaging your life. It's blocking you and actually creating illnesses. I was sick in 3 illnesses, what actually doctor said, that's it. I will have to eat the tablets every day for all my life. Only when I let it out, this anger for my dad, this disappointment, this block, I healed myself. We will talk about this later in another classes, how to do that. But actually, this is the first steps. If you not clear your body and mind, the poison from your past people still there, and they actually still living in your life. So you giving all power to that person to still control your life. You giving that person to live, and like you are like a little doll. You don't want to feel in love anymore because you don't trust love anymore because of me. And he's happy, or she. And they really, really big, like living amazing life. And you being locked and blocked and with the big poisons in your mind and body. So please do start clearing your mind, your body, and your beautiful vessel, what you are, your soul. We need to clear that, what you become clear and healthy in the future and happy. So I see you, Royal Magnetizer, next week. Talk to you then, and please do send me your questions if is any there, or maybe not, but I think would be good to know how you feel, and really, is it any questions is there in there what you can ask, about how you feel, what should I do, or what really makes you feel. Okay, so I talk to you next week, and have a wonderful, wonderful time.